Alright, go ahead and start in parallel, and we're going to rise up, keeping those ankles glued together, pushing over, and rolling through. Repeat. Do your best to not let your ankles separate from each other, and pushing over to your best forced arch. And faster. Now in first. And faster. Good, and we're going to rise up in parallel, whoops. And we're going to push over and hold. Go ahead and put your arms in first. And hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, last 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, good. Give your feet a little break for a second. We're going to do the same thing in first. Arms are going to be on ball. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Go ahead and stretch over the tops of your feet. Very good. All right. We're going to start standing up, and we're going to go ahead and put our hands on our hips, and we're going to plie, making sure that our toe is always going over, our knee is always going over our toes, and we're going to go down, and down, and down. Go into your deepest plie each time. You don't really need to worry about the foot that's going around. It's mostly about this foot that you're standing on. So make sure that as you're straightening, you're really lifting up in your hamstring and pulling up through those muscles. Make sure you're also lifting up in this arch here, not rolling in. Good. All right, we're going to go ahead and switch to the other foot. Here we go. Make sure you're also standing truly parallel, not slightly turning out. This ankle is obviously my much weaker ankle. Stay lifting in those arches, don't let yourself roll in. Hey guys, we're going to move on and continue to strengthen our feet. We're going to do an exercise that strengthens the interior tibialis, and if I'm not saying that right, I am so sorry. It is somewhere in the front, I'm not super sure of the exact location, but in the front of your foot. I believe it actually might be somewhere on the front of your ankle. And it is said that in ballet dancers, this is often weak just because of the way we move and exercise. We don't necessarily strengthen this. And then that can lead to shin splints and So this is a really good exercise to do to kind of prevent that. If you get shin splints a lot, this is really good for you. So if you have a TheraBand, which I do not right now, mine is at the studio, go ahead and either tie it around like a chair leg or something, and you're going to put this part of the TheraBand, I recommend actually wrapping it, and it's going to go right around the ball of your foot, okay? And all you're going to do is make sure it's nice and tight so there is a lot of resistance. You're going to go demi-point, pull back, demi-point, pull back, and you're going to do this 40 times. And it helps. I've had some of my students say they feel it more if they really come into their hyperextension and try to lift their heel up off the floor when they're pulling back. So you may feel this, you may not feel it too much, but this is a really good thing to do. This can actually help strengthen. Of course, yeah, I really feel it in the front of my ankle. So this will help with balancing in turns if you struggle holding a balance, or if you struggle with turns, that may be why you're struggling. You just need to strengthen a little bit more. So make sure you're pressing really hard into that demi-point and pulling back. Woo! I really feel this. I hope you guys do too. I also have not done point very regularly lately, so that may be why I feel it a whole lot. All right, awesome. Great, go ahead and repeat that on your other foot 40 times as well. We're gonna continue working on our rotation and our a little bit of our glutes as well. So we're gonna do clamshells. So go ahead and grab your TheraBand. Hopefully you guys have an actual TheraBand, unlike me. And you're gonna put it around your inner thighs, right above your knee, okay? Make sure that it is tight enough so that when you open your knees that you have a good amount of resistance and you're gonna actually be working. I also have my students grab their yoga blocks. And I have them set it so as they're laying down right on their lower back, like right above their bottom, so that when we're going up, we're truly only using our inner thighs, first of all, and we're not faking our turnout and going back, right? We have to keep our hips completely parallel to the front so we don't get to roll into our lower back at all. All right. So we're going to go ahead and do 30. Make sure that your knees are just a little bit below a 90-degree angle. And your feet are staying pointed. Don't let your bottom foot sickle on the floor. I just think that's good for your muscle memory. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, really using your inner thigh, not your knee to lift up, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Great job. All right, and then go ahead and repeat that same thing on the other side, 30 clamshells. All right, we're going to move on to our inner thighs now. So usually I have my students use a yoga block. I don't have a yoga block here, so I'm just using this Nike box. So you're going to place the box out in front of you, and you're going to kind of have your legs out as if you were standing in second. So of course not too close, but far enough away. And you're going to sit with your arms in demi-second, maintaining your ribs held in and shoulders pressed down, and then fingertips, of course, are not resting on the floor. And you're gonna go lift with your best rotation over, lift and switch, lift and over, and as much as you can, not sinking into your lower back as you're doing this. Keep going, lifting from your chest, making sure you're not locking your elbows. All right, we're going to continue to work on our legs. So, and this is actually for our glutes as well. We're gonna do this exercise standing up. Okay, so I'm gonna start on my right leg, and I'm gonna keep my right leg just a little bit softened, making sure I'm staying parallel, that my knee is staying over my toes, and then my other leg is gonna be off the floor and kind of like, there's a bunch of grass on my foot, in a parallel attitude, and I'm gonna keep this all the way up as close to 90 as I can. Okay, and we're basically just going to do 14 penchés, keeping our upper body in nice first arabesque position, staying lifting in our chest. All right, ready? 5, 6, 7, and down, and up, 2, and 3, and 4, really try to keep your back leg parallel, and up at 90, 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. All right, we're going to move on to strengthening and flexibility for our back. So we're going to start, we're going to do some backups to start to kind of warm us up. Again, I'm going to be in diagonal because I don't really have that much space. You're going to start with, if you have ankle weights, put your ankle weights on, and that will help to keep your feet down just a little bit more. Or if you have a brother or a sister that will sit on your feet, go for that. That's fine too. But you don't have to have somebody. It's just going to take a little bit more strength for sure. So we're going to go up 1, 2, 3, then on the 4th, change to 5th, change to 2nd, and down. And we'll do that twice. Then we'll switch to starting with our arms in 5th position to 2nd to 5th and down, okay? So you can even use the wall if you want to. I'm kind of using it with my feet pointed. That helps just a little bit. And then, like I said before, as much as you can, try to keep like your shoulders pressed down and your neck long. Don't use your arms by letting them go behind you. Try to maintain the nice ballet posture. All right, here we go. 5, 6, 7, and 1, and 2, and 3. Holding 4. Arms to 5th, to 2nd, and down. Do it again. And 1, and 2, and 3. Holding 4. Arms to 5th, to 2nd, and down. Good. Ready for 5th. 5, 6, 7, and 1, and 2, and 3. Holding 4. Arms to 2nd, to 5th, and down. Very good. Whew, shit is coming up. Here we go. Last time. 1, 2, 3. Holding 4. Arms to 2nd, to 5th, and down. Good. Whew. Go ahead and stretch back into child's pose. Take a deep breath in and out. And go ahead and roll up slowly, taking as much time as you want. Very good. All right, moving on with our backs, we're gonna grab our yoga blocks and you're gonna place your yoga block right in between your knees and place your legs against the wall. And we're gonna just push up into kind of like a cobra position, but our legs are just gonna be against the wall. All right, ready, set, and push up. So if you need to stretch out your arms like I do, that's totally fine, but your goal is to get your chest lifted, shoulders pressed down, and neck long, and we're gonna hold. Hold, hold. Try to keep those knees pressed together. And back down. Adjust if you need to, and we're gonna press up again, and push up. Shoulders are wide and pressing down. Good, and back down. This is really good to do if you're like me and you don't have a lot of back flexibility. I definitely used to when I was younger, but that's just what happens when you get older, kids. You start losing a lot of flexibility, so love it while you have it. All right, here we go. One more time. If you need a little bit more of a stretch, feel free to send your head back as well. Here we go. Push up. And down. Very good. All right, and if you want an even more intense stretch, I'll sometimes have my students lay on their stomachs and put their legs up against the wall, kind of like going up. And your goal is to like push yourself up as much as you can. Usually a lot of them can only go on their elbows, just because it is a really intense stretch. Just be super careful when you do this one, because like I said, it is really intense. So only do it if you feel like you are training a lot and you have the flexibility in your back. When you do it though, your goal is to keep your legs together. So start with keeping your legs together against the wall and then see from there where you can stretch up. All right, now we're gonna do some arabesque pulses. You can just use a bar or the wall. We're gonna start in 5th position with our right foot in back, standing against the wall, and we're just gonna go 5, 6 tendu lift up to your arabesque, and we're gonna do 4 8 counts of pulses. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, up, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very nice. Let's switch legs. Left leg in the back in 5th position. We go 5, 6, tendu 7, up, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, last 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very good. Go ahead and just stretch it out after you do that, just because that's a lot of work on your back. So whatever you need to do to stretch that out. Alright guys, great work today. I had so much fun making this video for you. I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm hoping to make some more like this sometime soon for you. We're just going to do some quick stretches. Let's start in our butterfly stretch and just kind of use your legs to loosen your hips and to just relax. And we're going to roll slowly through our spine, out to reaching forward and holding our stretch. And slowly roll back up through your vertebrae. And use your legs once more, sitting tall. And roll back down. And stretching out.
that.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and reach up. This time we are going to pull up at the balls of our feet, and you're gonna lift your heels up off the floor and continue to stretch over while your heels are off the floor. So this gives you a little bit of good stretch kind of in your knees and your calves. Good, all right. And now I recommend getting your yoga blocks and then stretching your right and left splits on the floor, but then also doing your over split. So putting one foot, your front foot on your yoga block and going into your splits, holding for a good 30 seconds to a minute, and then switching legs. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment if you have any suggestions for my next video. Bye!